Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'll be showing you how to make a ghost outfit for your Labubu. This is a free pattern and is available to download in the description below. Let's begin. So now I've gone out and cut two pieces of our pattern. So on the wrong side of your pieces you'll be needing to mark where that dot at the end of that dart is, we're going to mark that the fabric marker on those points, and also these little end points here, these stitching lines, you can see that I've marked them out with the little dot there and there. So our next step is we're going to cut out the eye pieces of our pattern on the darker circle line, not stitching line. We'll cut those two circle pieces out. So now I've gone and cut out our eye sockets for our ghost outfit. So you want to get one of your pieces that you've cut out, and on the wrong side up we're going to lay our pattern back over the top and line it up over like that. Make sure it's really lined up on the piece that you've cut. Okay, now we're going to get our fabric marker and we're just going to draw just around our sockets. Like that. So now what we do next is, while it's nice and flat, so we're going to just stitch around the edge of our eye sockets, because this is going to be our cutting line later on. So we're going to do a little stitch close as we can. Doesn't have to be perfect, but we're going to stitch around our eye sockets like that. Not coming. Okay, so now you can see I've stitched just around the edge of our marked out circle like that. So I've done mine in a darker thread so you can see, but once your thread is matching you won't be able to see it. And now we're going to cut. I like to use little embroidery scissors. They're nice and they're sharp and they've got a nice sharp point. I do this a lot for a lot of my smaller sewing things and details. So now we're going to cut out our eye sockets, just make a little hole in the middle. What I like to do is just kind of curve and make a circle as I cut. So cut like that around. Try and keep your nice and even cutting. See how my little scissors work so well when you're doing such tiny little precision areas. Like that. See? So if you have any residual fabric marker, you can just wash it off like that. So it doesn't quite, but once the thread is matching, you won't be able to see it. Good. So I'll do the other one and then we'll start putting it together. Now we've cut out our eye sockets, we're going to work on the darts. There are 3 darts, so around each side there's 3 to help give the shape go around Labubu's head. So first, the dart we're going to do are the 2 top ones. So that's why we've marked that point, because it's quite a long dart. So I'm just going to put some pins there to hold that in place. And we have a 5mm seam allowance around the whole body and around each dart. So we're just going to sew those 2 darts first. Pin those 2 together. And we can also pin all our other darts, do all our darts together in place. Last 2. So I'm just going to sew all our darts, and then once they're done, we'll put the 2 pieces together. Okay, so now we've gone and sewn all our darts like that on our front and our back. And now we're going to join our front and back together. First, we're going to line it up at the top where the ears are. Just put some pins in there. Ear side. Just good idea is just to lay your darts in the different directions, so that makes help it keep it flat. And around to the bottom. So I pinned half our ghost outfit. So as you can see on the pattern, so we're just sewing up around the side seam, but we're stopping. See how we're going to stop right at that there? So it helps keep the slit. There's a little slit there, a little opening to help to pull the tape through for the keychain through. So go and do that. We'll have a look. Okay, so now you can see I've stitched around the outside of the body, and you can see that there's a gap there, just stopping at the ears, but just going a little bit further before, like where your 5mm seam allowance would be. If you stitch that section, you just go down a little bit further like it is on the pattern. Alright, so now we're going to because that's a very sharp corner there on the ears, I'm going to take some scissors and we're just going to snip it, not all the way. Just snip it just a little bit of the way in, just to help release a bit on the ears. Like that. Okay. So the next step we're going to do is, as you see on this one here, I've kind of gathered a little bit of the edges through here. So it looks like her hands are kind of giving it a bit of shape. So we're just going to do a couple of stitches in those grooves just to help with a bit more of the shaping. So what we do now is we get a needle and thread and those 2 points on each side that we've marked like that. We're just going to do a little ladder stitch all the way across, and we're just going to kind of pull that in and make it gather like that. So I've got my needle and thread, and we're just going to start here. A little knot in the end. I'm just going to do some stitches. Keep going until we get to that next point. Just going to pull it in. Not super tight, but just till it's nicely pulled in. Just going to secure the ends down. And now that's kind of like a little gather area there. I'm just going to the other side. There. And again, and just secure the end. That. So now we can turn it inside out. Can iron the edges too to help press it out a bit. I'm just going to put it on this Labubu. Ears, just pull it down nicely on the head, like that. If her arms come out, you can push in those little gathers. Like that. And our little ghostly outfit is done. Thanks for watching my tutorial. I hope you enjoyed my pattern. Please leave a comment below and how your project went, and like and subscribe for future content. Thanks. Bye.